Welcome to the Grow Like a Mother podcast. I've got Klara here today with me, and we are going to be talking about self-confidence, burnout, mom guilt, time management, strategic career planning as a mom. I'm so excited. She's joining me from Hungary, and Klara started out her career as an HR specialist and worked in many different multinational companies. She changed her career a few times and always adjusted herself and her career to her family's needs as she went. So now, with all that expertise she's gathered, she's coaching other moms and training them to be more confident and more productive in their work and in their family life. And so essentially what she does is she helps moms redefine themselves after having children, as well as encouraging them to fulfill their career dreams. So I really love this. I want to talk to you about all of the things, but first, just welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. And it seems like, the first place I really want to start in asking you about is Mompire, this sort of community that you've created for moms like me and everyone in the audience listening in, so that we can sort of support each other and you can support us through this community so that we can be the best moms we can be, as well as reaching our career goals, because we're not just moms. So how did that start?
Absolutely not. Yeah. So let me share with you and your audience a little bit of my story, because that's how it began, right? So as you said, yeah, I had my career and worked here and there. And at about 37, I reached my dream career goal. I opened my own pastry shop. That was my dream. I think most people can relate to that. It's a lovely place, like in the movies. And that was my long time career goal, and I reached it, and I was super happy. Everyone was saying that, oh, you did so great, and blah, blah, blah. But after a while, like 1 year, I realized that I'm not really happy. And I started to think about it. That was my dream. I worked for it. That's so hard, and I really reached it, and it was successful, and it went on, and it was really great. But I was still not really happy about that. And after 3 years, actually, I closed it because I just realized that was not the kind of dream that I dreamed of. And I felt a little bit guilty as well, because it was a very strange situation. That was my goal, and I reached it, and then I just shut it down. And then I started to think about what could happen in situations like this. And I talked to other people, and then I went on with my career as a people operation manager in a small company. And then I had the opportunity to talk to even more people, and I realized that what was missing was the kind of homework on myself. Because sometimes we have career goals, I want to be this and that. Sometimes this is a position for many people. I want to reach that position in that company, or I want to work on this and that. But we actually miss to really know ourselves and to make a lot of self-assessment. And that's what I did afterwards. And, stepping a little bit backwards and really assessing myself. I went also to a mentor and coach, and I found out what the problem was, that I couldn't really phrase my goal properly at that time when I had this dream. And also with motherhood, everything changes. I have 3 kids, and if you become mother, we can say that no, nothing changes, but actually everything changes, I think. And also our careers, our priorities are different, or our time is different very much. Our time management is very much different. And also the time we are working in is different, because maybe I have a career goal that I want to reach in 3 years, but with kids it's just impossible, and we have to acknowledge it. We have to accept it. But that doesn't not mean that I cannot reach it at all. It maybe means that maybe I can go for my goal a little bit slower, and that's what strategic career planning is about. So that's how I came to it, and I talked to a lot of moms, and I found really this problem that that lots of moms really lose themselves with motherhood in a professional way. You know, we have to redefine our professional being after having children. Nothing can go on like it was before. And, you know, whether we like it or not, it's just not the same anymore. So, but on the other hand, we gain a lot of new skills with motherhood, and this can be used later in our career. So that's why I created this whole Mompire career coaching, because I think moms can make an empire, and that's how this word comes together. And you know, in an empire, or actually Mompire, lots of moms are encouraged, self-confident, and that's how I want to, you know, make the world a little bit for a better place, basically through moms. Because if you imagine, half of the population are women, and most of the women, or big part of women, have children at one point in their career, some earlier, some, you know, several times, but at some point, most of these people have children, and also want to have a career. And all over the world, that's my experience, every mom feels the same, no matter what the economic situation is, or what your language is, or what your nationality is. The feeling that we don't have enough time, that we have this mom guilt, that we are never enough for our children or for our work, it's all over the same. So that's what I want to change in my small bubble here, and you know, make the world a better place, and make mom's life easier because of my experience.
Thank you for this work you're doing, because you're absolutely right. It is international. I hear the same thing all the time from my clients. Is they're like, well, I achieved my thing. I achieved my goal, like you were describing with your pastry shop, but
Yeah.
I'm still not happy, and I can't figure out why, and where do I go from here? And it's like, also combined with that, we have a different, like, life changes every time we have another child.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like you're a whole new
Yeah.
mom again, and you have to rejuggle everything, and those topics of like time management and burnout and guilt, those are so real.
Yeah.
I know I've experienced them, and all of my friends and family members, and this is the reason we have clients, because it's a real problem, you know?
It's a
So
problem. Yeah.
yeah.
And basically, mom guilt is, for example, such a thing. You cannot really get over it because it's there. So you have to accept that it's there, but you can learn how to live with it. You can have small techniques how to overcome it day by day or hour by hour, and it helps a lot, because all these things, and also time management techniques, make yourself more confident. I always say that, you know, when you have your first child, it's like in a, you know, professional situation, it's like you were a receptionist, and next day you are the CEO. I mean, without any training, without any knowledge, without any experience, you are just thrown into this position, and you have to manage it. You know, there is no escape, and it's really hard. So if someone says this is not hard, or this is you know, easy, or this is a very common situation, no, it's not. So we have to say it out loud, that it's damn hard to be a mom. And every time it's not easy. I mean, of course, changing diapers might get easier with the second child. You know, you get used to the routine, but with the first one, it's just, oh my God, you don't know on which planet you are, right?
Right.
And with the CEO analogy, I always tell my clients, start to look at your motherhood, or your family life as, you know, this is your company now. You have to run it. So you can delegate, you can say no, you can set your time, and you can basically take charge of your life, right? And this makes you confident. And this is where also your topic, time management, comes in many times. Mom guilt, overcoming mom guilt comes in, and all these things. Otherwise, if you just want to run your life, your work life, your family life, 100%, that will get to burnout. And this kind of burnout is not only the professional one. It can affect your partnership, it can affect your children's mental health, your mental health, your body. You gain weight, or you lose weight, whatever, but these things doesn't make you confident enough. So you have to take charge of your life, and that's what we learn on all those courses that I make with my moms basically. But
Yes.
it's really important, and it even small things can change really, really a lot.
Yeah, so much of that resonates with me. I can totally relate to all of those things that you've mentioned. And I'm curious, can you share with us some of the either the time management tips or the boundary setting tips, planning, any of those sort of practical tips that someone listening today, raising their hand, saying, oh my God, that is me. This woman can help me. Give me the goods. Like, can we share some practical tips?
Yeah, sure. I mean, with time management, for sure, there are lots of small techniques. I always say start with a list, right? It's very easy. Just write a list, and you immediately see through your system kind of what you have to do. Then with your tasks, you can prioritize. There are great techniques like the Eisenhower matrix, when you sort things to important and urgent, and not important and not so urgent tasks. This really helps to sort out things. But then there is also the time blocking technique, where you block really time for certain activities, like, for example, work or family time or household chores, or self-care. And then you really can focus on those time frames. And you say, and very important, which is sometimes forgotten, that you also have to communicate this to your workplace, to your boss, to your colleagues, to your family, to your partner, to your children. I fell sometimes into this trap that my kids interrupt me. They are not so small anymore. My smallest is 11, but still, they still interrupt me sometimes when I work from home. And they came in, and we are trained as mothers, like in our mind, to do everything immediately, because we have a newborn. You have it cries, it's hungry, you have to act immediately. And we kind of condition ourselves to that behavior, which is later on not that good because a child comes in to my room. There is my door, so that's why I'm pointing that direction. So they come in and say, oh, mom, can you help me with my homework? Or very common thing, I think lots of us experience these kind of questions, or when you are making dinner or whatever. And then your mom brain immediately turns on, and yeah, I want to help you immediately. Yes, bring your homework, blah blah blah. And no, you have to just say that, no, sorry, I will help you later, but I still have to finish my thing. In 10 minutes I'm available. And it's not that you are letting your kid down, or it's not, you don't have to be guilty because you're finishing your task, right? So that's where for time management, mom guilt comes in as well. And for example, time blocking and communicating that from I don't know, 5 to 6, I really have this meeting, or I want to concentrate on my work, or do whatever, or have a workout, or go away to shopping center or whatever. You have to communicate this, because that makes life so much easier. The other technique that I really love is the elephant eating technique, which I guess lots of us know, how to eat an elephant in small portions, basically, cut it up. So sometimes if I feel really lost, because I feel, oh, I have a lot of things to do, I don't even know where to start, so I don't want to start, then I write really a list, and I really break it down to small things. Like, I don't write, okay, cook dinner, but I write down, okay, cook the rice. I don't know, cook the meat or whatever. So I break it down into smaller things, because when I can cross it out, okay, it's done. I already feel feel more confident that, okay, I am progressing, it's going on. My list is getting smaller, and this really helps with lots of things. It helps with the short-term tasks and also with long-term tasks, really. So that's another one. And my favorite is the monkey technique, because monkeys are, very cute but annoying animals sometimes. And this monkey technique is about, if you get things from other people, to-dos, or even in your workplace or from your family, you have to think about it. Think about it as a monkey. Do you really want this monkey? Is this your monkey? Or, someone else should feed this monkey and play with this monkey and take care of this monkey? Because sometimes, again, because of our mom brain, we say yes to everything. Yes, of course, I can solve this. In the community, someone sends an email, oh, who can bake a cake for, I don't know, this event? And everyone is, yeah, I can do it. Well, I can do it. I can fit it in, right? That's our immediate reaction. But is it really my thing? Is it this week really my thing? Can someone else please do it? Because I'm already overwhelmed. Yes, I can do it, but then I will not sleep, or I have to cancel my hairdresser's appointment, which I really don't want to. And then you have to think about it really. Is it really my monkey, or can I just give it back and say, with an assertive technique, that today I cannot help you, or this week I cannot bake this cake, but next week I can do it. So, offer something instead of just saying no, because sometimes saying no is very hard, generally, not only for moms, but generally. We don't like to get in conflict and things like that. And saying no, straight no, is immediately kind of a conflict situation, because it's uncomfortable a little bit. But if we offer something instead, or thank for the opportunity, oh, I'm so thankful that you thought that I can do it, and you offered me this opportunity, but this week I really cannot do it. It sounds very much different, right? And just saying no, and you immediately can offer and thank. So it can be assertive as well. And if we get used to these sentences, it's so much easier to say no and give the monkey back to where it belongs.
I'm going to put up a little sticky note right above my computer here. Is this my monkey? I've not heard that before, but I love it. And
Actually, I have one of these posts.
it's so powerful, because we all know what a monkey looks like. We all know that energy, this sort of frantic, playful energy, but like clingy too. Yeah, I kind of think one of my kids is a bit of a monkey in that way. So that's so cool.
Yeah.
Um, I'd love
We
to.
all have one of those kids.
Yeah,
Or
we'll
one
make
of
some.
those neighbors, or one of someone, in the community, or in your workplace, that always try to push something on us, which is not really our task. And yeah,
Yeah.
just give it back. Get rid
Oh,
of it.
thank you for sharing those. Those are so fantastic and so tangible. Um, is there anything that you would want to share with listeners with regards to like more of the career strategy side? Like, is there one thing that you would want to leave listeners with when they're thinking about how to be in a career and be a family? Like, anything that you can give us there in terms of support?
Yeah. We always want to manage everything 100%, but if you want to manage your family 100% and your work 100%, that doesn't add up. 100 and 100 in this case will be zero, basically, which is equaling burnout. You cannot be 100% here and there. So sad as it sounds, but that's true. We only have 24 hours. Sadly, with a newborn doesn't come more time. It's not like a video game where you have like time, rewards or whatever. No, it's, you have to fit in this 24 hours, and sometimes it's really not enough for everything. But these techniques, like concentrating on what you are doing, quality time, not quantity time, is essential in your work and at home as well. So if you can separate those two, and communicate, and with time management technique and lots of things combined, uh, things will, I won't say it will be easier, because that would be a lie, but it's easier manageable, and that's already a thing. And the other thing, what I always find out from my clients, and that's how I build up my courses, is that a career, finding a new career, or going back to work after having children, it's not only updating your CV. It's not, or LinkedIn profile. Absolutely not. That's the cherry on the cake. So we don't start with that. Because it's like you are in this case like a product. How can you sell a product when you don't even know the features of it, right? What are the advantages, the skills, the disadvantages, or the weaknesses, what can be developed? You cannot sell this product. So we have to really go back and work ourselves from scratch, basically. What has changed? What was before motherhood? What were your dreams? What did you learn? What did you want to achieve in your career? And then what changed? Where do you want to go? Because that's so important to have this plan. We always have to be flexible. A plan is not like carved in stone or something. But if you have these short-term and long-term milestones before you, then you are a lot more flexible. Imagine you go in the wood hiking or something. I'm a big hiker, so I always have like examples on that. But if you hike, sometimes you follow the route, but if you see something interesting, you just leave the road for a little bit, but then and that's your plan. Your road is the plan, but then you can go back, right? So but then where to go back, and where to follow and go on with your plan. So that's very important to be kind of conscious of what we are heading at in our career.
I love that. You're so wise. I love all of these tools. I can absolutely see how working with you would be like the ultimate advantage for moms who are just like needing that support and not really knowing how to get it, and are tired of like Googling and listening to 1,000 podcasts and like it's just in one place. Can you tell us how people can work with you, how they can reach out to you and sort of get some more of this support that you offer?
Yeah, I have my homepage. I'm not very much into social media. I try to, but that's my absolute weakness. Maybe it's my age, or my generation, but I try to, but that's not really the place where I can be found. I have my homepage, mompire.eu. And there you can get in touch with me. There are my programs. I usually offer 5 spots like every I don't know, quarter, and then we can work, because it's a very personal thing. So I don't want people get lost in this. So there are not much people I can work with at one time, but I have my holistic programs designed really for moms. So we try to not only go in the career path, but learn how to enjoy motherhood, because that's very important.
Yeah.
uh, and enjoy life, and everything. You don't have to look at it as a struggle. So my homepage, you really find every information that you need. And also I have a Facebook group. I just recently created it, so we are not that big community, but I want to build a big community there, which is Career Moms United. This is how it's called. You can search it on Facebook, and there I share always tips, and there you can or the who joins there can have information about webinars. I have free webinars every second month, almost. Yes, I try to schedule it in, and every new course that I make, there will be accessible. And very important for me to also give back to the community. I always have free spots as well every month, like one, and you can apply for that if you have are in the circumstances that you cannot afford a course for like payment, but I also offer free spots sometimes, and this is very important for me because I cannot help everyone, but I try to fit in also those who are, you know, in need, and that's also very important for me. So
Well,
basically my homepage and Facebook, and in the Facebook group, but I'm also available on LinkedIn. So if someone drops me a DM, I'm super happy about it, and we can communicate. So that's how we can work together. And I really try to make motherhood and work also, you know, that moms enjoy it. It's really our life. We shouldn't miss the joy out of it. It's really a great thing.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you for your advice, your wisdom. It's been so wonderful to talk to you today. And I would
Thank you so
encourage,
much.
yeah, my pleasure. I just encourage everyone to go and check out your website. I'll make sure it's linked in the show notes. And yeah, thank you again.
Thank you so much for having me.